What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jamiron at J&J Sports. Just want to let you guys know we are officially on Spotify audio. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to Barracks for the studio, and we'll see you guys soon on the show.
Shout out to J&J. So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
Watching content like what y'all put up. So yeah, let's rock and roll, brothers.
Talk about this Bengals and Steelers game, Jane. This game was crazy. Did you see this one, man?
I watched the good portion of the first half. I should have stayed up and watched the second half, though, because I definitely regret going to sleep early that night.
Oh, man, James, it was a dogfight, man. I mean, Joe Flacco. First of all, I wasn't expecting this from Joe Flacco, James. I mean, just getting traded from the Cleveland Browns. I'm thinking he gonna need a couple games to adjust. But he needed no adjustment, James. Were you expecting a lot from him in this first performance? And how would you rate his performance?
Well, this is something that we had set up last week. Just talking about the trade and wondering, why they did it, how he's going to perform. And I don't think either of us saw Joe Flacco having this much of an impact on that Cincinnati team as soon as he joined up.
Yeah, man. I wasn't expecting that much either, but that just, man, I ain't gonna lie. After seeing that from him, bro, the Bengals can be a real big problem. And the good thing about that is, well, my first thoughts was, what was Cleveland thinking trading them? That's kind of was smart to me, just off the fact that you don't have nobody to replace him. Gabriel's not doing hot right now, and then you got Shador. He's finally QB2. What are they gonna do, James?
It's only a matter of time until Shador is the starter there in Cleveland. He's got that name behind him, and he'll get his chance to show what he's able to do, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
they've had quarterback issues, and it's something our viewers can definitely go back and check previous videos about, but Cleveland has had major issues with their quarterback for a while now. And, we've said it before, they should have kept Baker. I mean, that would have been in their best interest to give that man a large contract and keep him happy.
Yeah, they're going out sad right now, James. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like, see kind of a pattern though, man, because it's like when they got rid of Baker, he gets on Florida team, and he's doing major over there. Now you get rid of Flacco, he's look like he's finna do major over there. So it seems like they're just handing out quarterback opportunities to everybody. But what are they going to do as a quarterback, you guys? I mean, it's crazy. If we look at his completion stat just off this game alone, 31 to 47 pass completion, 342 passing yards. James, that's massive. 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. It was a dogfight this game. And honestly, I thought, the Steelers had it. But, man, they did not give up. And the beauty of this game, James, the Steelers were in charge that first half. They were more in charge starting, and they didn't give up. One thing I can respect about the Bengals team, man, they never give up, you guys, in the game. So I can respect it.
I definitely rate this like it's going to be a 8, 9, maybe even a 10 out of 10 for Flacco, considering he goes to a new team, a brand new team, and then is able to do so well with them. And I'm kind of wondering because, he was with the Browns, he was with the Ravens for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's so familiar with the Bengals being like major rivals, maybe that is something that helped him out. But then also, how much did having Jamar Chase to throw to help him?
Oh, majorly. And, I'm thinking, you on a new team, you have to adjust to the wide receivers. So it's like, okay, I'll give you a game or two to do that. But it seemed like they were playing out there like they been teammates. To me, I'm like, okay. And then I watched after the game, the press conference, Flacco was kind of like, yeah, man, I kind of just let Chase do his thing. I'll trust in him. And that's good to have that type of thought process because Chase is a dog for sure.
I could be wrong in saying this, but I mean, if you look back, I don't think that Flacco has had a wide receiver of that caliber ever in his career.
Never. Nah, never. And I know he's happy about that because it's a whole new situation. And it's like, whole new situation. You got to start probably one of the best quarterback wide receivers in the league right now that you can throw to. So yeah, it's exciting.
And I think maybe it was Zay Flowers. I think was a Pro Bowl wide receiver. And looking back on the Bengals or the history of the Ravens, I think that Zay Flowers was their first Pro Bowl wide receiver that they've ever had. Which I mean, that to me that's really strange to think, considering the Ravens. I mean, 2 Super Bowls in the past like 25 years or something like that. I know they won in the early 2000s, and then they won again in 2013.
Yeah, they won early in 2000s, was over there with Ray Lewis, but we already know Ray Lewis definitely carried them that season for sure. The defense, I would say, carried. They probably had the best defense in the nation at that time.
One fascinating wrinkle to this game too, because I remembered the announcers kept saying this over and over Thursday night, and they were saying what Mike Tomlin, the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, what his reaction was for the fact that
oh man, I respect the fact that he's very blunt on these things. He said that wasn't a good idea. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have made that call to at least, and then they didn't trade enough to, they got a few draft round picks, but if I have a veteran quarterback, I need a veteran player somewhere. You know what I mean? So yeah.
He's saying, why would you trade a quarterback like this, a possible weapon like this, to a rival? He said, you just don't do that. And I wonder if maybe he was himself kind of annoyed with the Browns for doing that. Because, they're the AFC North. They've got that rivalry, the big-time rivalry between all the teams. And, I mean, though, they have Aaron Rodgers, so it's not like he can complain too much about the fact that they traded him.
Exactly.
But he really seemed kind of upset by the fact that they did that. And maybe it's because how much more time do you think Tomlin has, I guess, as the head coach? I mean, he's been the head coach there for a long time.
Yeah, man. And I'll say probably a few more years. Like I said, I'll say a few more years, but eventually he's going to give out 2. Now, I mean, Steelers still have one of the greatest defense in the NFL right now. So hopefully that could carry Tomlin for sure.
Yeah, they definitely have the ability to do that. And, his defenses have been pretty genius over the years. And I'm wondering, I don't know how many more games that the Browns and the Bengals have this year, or if they've met yet. But
they might meet again in the playoffs. I'm not sure, but I definitely would like to see that rematch up again, just to see if it wasn't a fluke, for sure.
Yeah, and when I woke up in the morning and checked that score, I think it was like 33-30 or something was the score there.
It was literally a field goal. The Bengals had a winning field goal score, so yeah.
Yeah, I thought that the Pittsburgh was probably going to take that game. And what do you think that it says about Aaron Rodgers, considering that he lost the way that he did in that game?
I mean, ever since he's been on the Steelers team, he's been really showing out. And we got to think, man, this is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about. He was throwing holy Hail Marys out there. And, he just lost by a field goal. I mean, some things you just can't control. You know what I mean? Bengals are a team that, with the right situation, they can come back in the game. So, yeah.
I'm kind of curious of, other quarterbacks that Cleveland has had, and if they had made the trade with them. So, like Baker Mayfield, for example, do you see a result like that of Baker getting traded like that? Or maybe they would have held on to Baker by then because they knew he was important.
No, they would have definitely held on to him. I know they regret that decision of trading him now just off the fact that he's doing so good. Because usually, in my mind, I think, if we trade them, we don't want him to do better on any other team than how he did with us. So, yeah.
And then, you got the whole Deshaun Watson situation that they
handle.
And I'm curious if he's even still in the league as a quarterback.
You know what? That's a good question. I mean, I don't. You guys, I know we were talking about that case with the sexual harassment. I know we were talking about him getting injured, and he got paid a lot of money, James.
So,
Over.
yeah, it says
Yeah.
he's
So
still with the Browns here, which that's fascinating to me.
yeah. So I don't know where his head at as far as okay. Do I still want to play? I don't know. We don't know if the case is dropped. You guys, we gotta do an update on Deshaun for sure.
Okay, it looks like he got surgery after he re-ruptured his right Achilles tendon. So maybe he's got some serious like injury stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
considering they had guaranteed him a ridiculous amount of money for like that contract that they had redid for him.
Mm.
I mean, that to me, it's 5 years and $230 million, and he signed it in 2022, and a large portion of that is guaranteed too. So
Yeah. It was a win for him. He definitely cashing out now. You know, let's just say, he heals up, he still can have a chance to come back and help the Browns.
do they hold on? I guess they got to hold on to him through like whatever the guarantees are of his contract to at least get back the benefit of him being on the team. I mean, they don't want to just pay him, see him maybe go to a different team and have success, and they're still
Right. Exactly. You got to see it through. You got to see it through. I mean, you invested a lot in him. And they knew what they were getting out of him. So, they can only be mad at themselves, but you paid them, man. Yeah, I got to see it through for sure.
Do you think that the situation with Watson has kind of made them make these decisions that they've made with their quarterbacks?
I feel like, he was the seed of this situation. Now it's kind of like, because they didn't pay Flacco a lot of money. So they're like, nah, we can't take that risk again, man. We definitely got to chill now.
Yeah, he came in on that veterans minimum salary, and he's still playing at a very high level. It shows.
Exactly. And I feel like this. If they finish this, make it to the playoffs in the Bengals with Joe, I can see him maxing out a 3-year contract next season.
One of my favorite stories about Joe Flacco was the playoffs leading up to the Ravens Super Bowl, where Flacco was the starting quarterback for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of his neighbors, I think, called like the team facility, or maybe they called like the media or something, and they said, "Hey, I'm Joe Flacco's neighbor, and I'm looking out my window right now at him. He's on a skateboard in his driveway, and he was." This was like during the time of the NFL playoffs. The Ravens are in it, and he's out on his driveway skateboarding, and people were concerned that he might like fall over and get hurt, and then that ruins the Ravens' chances.
Okay.
What do you think about that situation? Do you think he should have been on the skateboard, or he was just having fun?
I feel like he was just having fun, but in those situations, you definitely got to think about what you're doing, because, like I said, they made it to the playoffs. But if he would have got hurt, that'd have been another situation.
Yeah, that's kind of like athletes who have like other hobbies, because they're adrenaline junkies. So if they enjoy the adrenaline of an NFL game, then they're probably also going to like dirt bike racing or something like that.
Right.
Because I know there was a Dallas Cowboys lineman in the 70s who he was on a dirt bike, and he ended up like breaking his leg. And the Cowboys then went on to say like, no more dangerous activities. And then like Walt Garrison, who was one of the Cowboys running backs, he actually used to do full on rodeo during the season. So he got a shoulder injury once, and they had to say, you can only be one kind of cowboy. You can no longer be like that real cowboy type thing.
Yeah. Okay. Got you. Yeah. So yeah, man, he just got to be careful for sure. Definitely got to be careful. But man, I see the Bengals' future being bright. You know what I mean? If I was Joe Burrow, I'd sit back and relax, chill, and just watch him work until Burrow time comes again.
Yeah.
So
That's got to be comforting for him to know that he's got a capable person who's steering the team while he's not able to be out there.
absolutely, and I know he wants to be out there, but he got to heal up for sure.
So do you
Definitely
think
got
he's going to come back next season and we'll see the Bengals be competitive?
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I know he's out for the rest of the season, so yeah, man. Just yeah, definitely heal up. For sure, you guys. But we'll keep you guys updated on that situation with the Bengals, man. But that game was crazy, man. We can't see what else the Bengals has to offer.
Hey, it's James Jurowitz from J&J Sports. Make sure you check out our episodes that are now on Spotify, and shout out to Barracks.
J&J Sports.
Coming to y'all live in 2025.